A defection, according to the dictionary, is the process of forsaking one's cause or political party for another because of a change in ideology. As a matter of fact, defections have become second nature to politicians in our jurisdiction. In Rivers State, Senator Magnus Abe has jumped ship, I should say. Barely a week ago, the former federal lawmaker and chieftain of the ruling APC, in that state, who promised that he would be on the ballot for the governorship election in Rivers State next year, defected to the Social Democratic Party, SDP. His publicist, Parry Saro Benson, said it has become expedient for Senator Abe to move on with his political career, having resigned from the APC. Politics, I'm told, busy is the vocation of the possible. Anything is possible in politics.
Very.
And let me add this. I hear Nigerians take our comedians more seriously than they take politicians.
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
I don't think so, because they just move, and you can't really say Nigerian politicians, many of them, I think most of them, have any form of ideology guiding them. So even the defection we are talking about here is like moving from one room to another parlor, depending on what you think. But in the case of Abe, don't forget that he has never been satisfied. There has been a running battle between him and Amechi in Rivers State, and him leaving the party shouldn't even surprise people, more so when he's nursing this governorship ambition, and he still believes that he's going to be on the ballot, despite the fact that SDP has already submitted a name to INEC, and that name has been published by INEC. So, of course, if the candidate whose name is published decides to step down, he can still get there. So let's wait whether that is ambition. He will still be able to get it through SDP. But I think for Nigerian politicians, self-interest guides them above national or political interests.
Yeah. Jide, at a time when politics stops being a mission and becomes a way of life, you begin to wonder, should I go into politics? If this is what it means. This is just talked about our man here not being a man who is easily satisfied.
You mean
Magnus?
No, I don't think it's right to say he's not easily satisfied. This man had endured so much pain. Others will have left the party a long time ago. But after the nonsense that happened in 2019, he remained in the party, hoping that the leadership of the party will solve the problem between him and the leader of the party in Rivers State. But as it usually happens in the APC, they decided to side with an individual instead of bringing the two of them together.
Yeah.
And that is why in many of the states, you see the party, they always lose when they are in conflict in this manner. When you can't resolve disputes between power people within the party pays for it. So, just as by siding with Amechi, he saw clearly that he had no future in the party, because he even famously said that he does not, that in Gokana, for example, where he comes from, that he doesn't even know the chairman of the local government. I mean, the party in the local government doesn't even know the chairman. Whereas, if they were working together, if Amechi and Magnus were working together, Magnus should have a say in who becomes the chairman of the party in his home local government. Yes, you as the leader may have you take the lion's share, but not that you will take everything. Some party leaders try to push others out of the party by making this a winner takes all affair.
Yeah.
So once you do that, and others think that, look, there's no future for us here, they will eventually leave. So I think that he stayed long enough. Many people will not even stay for even 1 month. They will leave. But it was increasingly clear to him that, look, with Amechi in charge, with Amechi as the leader of the party in charge, I mean in the state, that he will not achieve anything. Nothing will be considered to him. It's as simple as that. Let the party, the best way to solve this kind of problem is for the party to bring warring groups together, arrive at a kind of power sharing. This is the way I've seen it done in other places. But in the APC, the leadership will side with the one of the individuals, most likely the leader of the party in the state, meaning that as the leader, he can do whatever pleases him with other members. And when you do that,
get away with it.
Yes, and President Buhari warned them before the primaries. He said, let these primaries be transparent. Let's not shut other people out. Because when we do that and they defect, we usually pay for it.
That's it.
I said something here the other day. I said, PDP has won more states through the ballot box in the last 6 years than the APC. And it's not because the PDP is that strong. It's because they feast on the crisis in the APC all the time.
Yeah.
In Oyo State, they didn't forgive one another. PDP feasted on it. Even the governor, the then outgoing governor, lost his senatorial seat. He wanted to go to the Senate. But PDP profited from the misunderstanding. So it happens all the time because they always find it difficult to reconcile aggrieved parties. The party has to have a conflict resolution mechanism.
Yeah.
Magnus won't be the last person to leave. Or some other people will leave. How do you keep people within the party and keep everyone happy? It is not by...
It's a tall order.
It is not by one individual grabbing all that is at stake. It is by power sharing, managing the egos of people.
But we hear politics is a game of interest and so on.
But your own interest will not be bigger than the interest of the party.
Of the party.
If the interest of the party is to win elections, then it must find a way to please other stakeholders or other interest groups.
But see, hear this. You wonder if defections will bring a redeeming effect to the defectors.
It depends. Some could benefit depending on how strong they are and the platform they go to. And so it's possible if the candidate himself is very strong, it's possible. But it's also possible that you can go and you may not get anything. But some of them are also smart. I know there is a kind of politics going on even within the PDP now that could have propelled some of their big wigs to probably defect. But I guess they have weighed the options and they have known that if they do that, it's not going to be, it's not going to be in their own interest. So, like I said, it's just about interest.
I guess we have no choice but wish Senator Magnus Abe well in his new party. And of course, but the point must be made that politicians shoot themselves in the foot by building more walls instead of bridges.